What if I were to inform you that some of the world's tallest skyscrapers have a hidden warning sign that signals the state of the economy? It's something that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, I admit. But there exists a very intriguing theory that suggests exactly that. Whenever human beings reach for the clouds and build record-breaking skyscrapers, it seems a financial downturn follows close on their heels. Coincidence? Superstition? Or is something more profound at work here? Let's deconstruct this strange relationship, analyze why it keeps showing up in history, compare it to other markers of the economy, and look at how today's trends might be redefining it. In this video, you will see why economist Andrew Lawrence established the Skyscraper Index, how the hubris of billionaires has impoverished the world, and why a disaster might be under construction right now. In Greek mythology, Icarus ignored his father's warnings, flew too close to the sun with wings made of wax, and his wings melted, and he fell to his death in the sea. Humanity has never learned this lesson. Today, we don't have wax wings, but we have towers of steel and glass. And history proves that whenever we try to reach the heavens, gravity punishes us with a financial collapse. In 1999, while the economic world was reeling from the dot-com bubble, British economist Andrew Lawrence quietly dropped a bombshell. His theory was simple yet startling. The completion of the world's tallest building is a harbinger of a major economic crisis. Lawrence's Skyscraper Index and theory basically describe economic collapse in 4 steps. In the first step, Lawrence defines the period of easy money policy. During this time, central banks keep interest rates artificially low. The market is flooded with cash. In the second step, the misallocation of resources is defined. In this period, money shifts away from real production, sectors like factories and technology, into flashy projects. Land prices skyrocket. In the third step, hubris economics is defined. During this stage, the economy looks so good that developers start building record-breaking towers, saying, "This time is different." Finally, in the fourth step, there is the time lag. Economic management is certain that the economy is doing well. However, it takes 5 to 10 years to finish a skyscraper. By the time the building is completed, monetary policy has tightened, interest rates have risen, and that fake prosperity bubble has already burst. At this point, it is far too late. The crisis has either erupted or is about to. Now, let's look at concrete examples of the skyscraper curse in the past. The curse began at the beginning of the 20th century as New York transformed into a vertical forest. In 1908, the Singer Building opened. The height of the Singer skyscraper was exactly 186 meters. Immediately after, the Panic of 1907 erupted, a crisis so severe that even J.P. Morgan struggled to stop it single-handedly. The Singer Building had thrust wealth from sewing machines into the sky. But while those steel pillars were rising, the banking system was shaking at its foundations. Formerly the world's tallest building, it was a time of overconfidence on the brink of financial disaster. Now, let's go to the year 1929. The Roaring Twenties was the peak of cheap credit. While the Chrysler Building secretly added a spire to its top to steal the tallest title, the stock market had already plummeted off a cliff. The Great Depression of 1929 coincided exactly with the completion of the Chrysler skyscraper. Now let's look at the Empire State Building. This skyscraper was completed in 1931. Its height is 1,454 feet or 381 meters, built during the Roaring Twenties, completed during the Great Depression. U.S. GDP shrank by 26% between 1929 and 1933, and unemployment soared to 25%. By the time the Empire State was finished, there wasn't a single company left in New York to rent office space. The upper floors of the building remained empty for years. People began calling it the Empty State Building. Perhaps the most famous example, its grandeur seemed hauntingly out of place against a landscape of economic desperation. Now let's go to the 1970s. The world had reached the end of the post-World War II prosperity. In New York and Chicago, the war to be the tallest began once again. When the World Trade Center towers and Sears Tower were completed, the world met the 1973 oil crisis, the era of stagflation, where inflation and unemployment rose simultaneously, began. These buildings became monuments to an era where U.S. economic hegemony was shaken. The Twin Towers were completed at a time when the U.S. economy was experiencing an unpleasant mix of slow growth and high prices. The towers' optimism was a contrast to rising economic uncertainty. Andrew Lawrence was right. Whenever a skyscraper was finished, the world order changed. In the 1990s, while the Western world struggled with crises, the Asian tigers were rising. Malaysia, Thailand, and Indonesia, they wanted to crown this miracle with a seal. In 1996, the Petronas Towers in Asia took the title away from Chicago. The moment the towers were finished, the Thai baht collapsed. With a domino effect, all Asian economies were leveled. As Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad cut the ribbon in front of the towers, his people's savings were melting away in the currency crisis. The towers remained, but that Asian miracle ended that night. Welcomed as the world's tallest building, the completion of Burj Khalifa coincided with the aftermath of the 2008 global financial meltdown. Dubai's debt and that of the world in general caused many to wonder if another mega skyscraper had presaged economic doom. The most magnificent evidence came in 2010. When construction of the Burj Khalifa began, Dubai was a real estate paradise. Artificial islands, underwater hotels. The money was coming not from oil but from speculation. Now let's go to the year 2008. When Lehman Brothers collapsed, Dubai's castle of sand also fell. The city was nearly bankrupt. The building was originally named Burj Dubai. But on opening day, a surprise was made, and the name was changed to Burj Khalifa. Why? Because the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi had to write a $10 billion check to save Dubai from bankruptcy. The world's tallest building was actually built upon a bailout package. Today, the curse has not ended. It has only changed location. Let's look at current skyscraper constructions today and predict whether a new crisis is at the door. Saudi Arabia, the 1,000-meter Jeddah Tower, and the 170-kilometer mirror city, the Line. Are these signs of progress or of a major post-oil collapse? Now let's go to China. The bankruptcy of Evergrande and other real estate giants. China has now banned the construction of super-tall skyscrapers. Because they realized the towers were debt traps. Why does the skyscraper curse occur? Skyscrapers don't rise overnight. They require deep pockets of capital, optimistic market projections, and long-term belief. They're initiated by developers in boom times when cash is plentiful and risks seem low. By that time, however, the economy might already have changed. Too frequently, over-optimism leads to overinvestment, bubbles burst, and the economy decelerates, with those grand buildings serving as reminders of misplaced optimism. The Skyscraper Index teaches us this: economics is not just about numbers, it is about psychology. Whenever humanity tries to take its feet off the ground and touch the clouds, hubris blinds its eyes. Next time a record-breaking building rises in your city, don't look at the sky in admiration. Look down, because that might be where you are about to fall. Thank you for watching. Which tower do you think the next curse will come with? Let's meet in the comments. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.